How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring, some airplanes, some Parseval gameplay. It's going to be our once a year CV replay, I guess. I think last year we only did one, and that was in Chkalov. Uh, but yeah, one a year. We'll do one CV replay a year. Only reason we decided to play Parseval was, well, for the Preußen campaign, there was a mission to get 10 citadels, and I just decided, you know what, Parseval can probably do that very easily. So I decided to take out Parseval, and we got some pretty good matchmaking. This game is pretty ideal for a Parseval, or really any AP bomb CV, except I don't know, what did they add? Formidable. That thing is just garbage. Period. But any other AP bomb CV, whether it's Parseval, Graf Zeppelin, or Enterprise, as long as there's a German battleship on the other team, you are going to get a ton of citadels, as we just citadel a King George. Enemy team has a Bismarck and a B8 Tirpitz, so that's already looking pretty good, and that is going to allow us to basically complete our citadel mission very easily, especially after the CV rework. Now that every plane drops 2 bombs, it's just going to be much quicker. Before, Parseval used to have 1 AP bomb per plane, and well, the CV rework just basically made it so carriers do more consistent damage, which more often than not is actually worse for the game, especially for destroyers. And if it was HE bombs, there's just nothing that they could really do, because every time you're at least going to do like 12 to 1500 damage. As we get a triple citadel on this Bismarck that's charging in. I mean, obviously he's charging straight in to the middle where our whole team can shoot at him, so it's not a very good idea. And well, we're just gonna keep punishing this Bismarck. Next drop, we get 4 more citadels, and just like that, we're at 36,000 damage. Taking off with more AP bombs. I mean, I'm pretty sure the plane regen on this thing is also pretty decent. We just don't, well, actually, I think we technically should start with 2 full squads, as we did throw one at the King George, and, well, now at the Bismarck. Bismarck doesn't have a whole lot of HP, so we can basically just get away with flying these 6 planes, and Bismarck should basically die. There's not a whole lot of places that he can go. He just charged straight into B, and I mean, the whole team was shooting at him. We have the new icon for when fighters engage, but that doesn't really matter, as we aren't really dropping because the planes are so fast. And just like that, another 4 citadels. We're done with our citadel mission, and Bismarck had a whole lot of fun. Now we take off with torp bombers. We're gonna go do our job now and try to go after destroyers. One thing I liked about Parseval, actually I shouldn't say I liked it, but Parseval torps, I guess the idea of them, I think it's kind of dumb though, but how fast the planes are, how fast the torps are, and how fast the reticle like shrinks or gets more accurate, just kind of makes it nearly impossible for destroyers to actually dodge effectively. I mean, we didn't even line that up very well, and we already landed 1 torpedo, we got a flood, and planes are so fast we've already turned around, and now this destroyer is in kind of a lot of trouble. He is trying to dodge though, so I guess good on him. But again, torps are so fast, it gets so accurate, there's not a whole lot that he can do. Loyang does start smoking up though, so we won't be able to finish him off, unfortunately, but that's okay. There is also an enemy Akatsuki who is also smoking up, but having torps, I mean, we can just kind of blind drop them and also help our friend DD, since he is all by himself, kind of hoping that he can get away and get out of the Loyang sonar if he possibly can, just to stay alive and kind of be useful to us later on. But unfortunately, Asashio does go down and he's not able to escape. ACAT trying to reverse. He is trying to speed up. We drop our torps, and unfortunately he does accelerate in time, but we still do land 2 torpedoes. We're not a CV main. I think a CV main probably wouldn't have missed. I would have actually landed all 3 torpedoes. I still remember way back when the Parseval torps did like 9k each, so you could technically dev strike DDs with like 1 drop. Parseval went through a ton of nerfs. I mean, I still also remember getting a triple citadel in Indianapolis and basically leaving him on a sliver of HP. Like, in the first couple minutes of a match. Not even the first couple minutes, like in the first 30 seconds of a match. And then like someone else, because back then CV planes spotted the ships, he just like insta-died. He played for like 45 seconds and then went back to port. Yeah, that's the fun that the old Parseval allowed. Basically zero. But enemy ACAT, I think we might have made a mistake here, and we're kind of focusing a little too much on these destroyers. Probably could have gone and flew over to the other side and tried to do something to their cruisers. And also the BA tier pits, although we are still landing torpedoes on these DDs, so I mean that is kind of nice. ACAT leaves his smoke. There's a friendly cruiser right on top of his forehead. We're gonna try and drop him, push him forward, and I mean he's basically dead at this point. A little surprised how long he survived, but our team finally got it done. In fact, it was the AI gaming from the Baltimore, not his main guns, that finished him off, which is pretty funny. On the left flank at A, looking like there's going to be a ram with the King George, which is kind of unfortunate. We're not doing so hot. Enemy team has 3 caps. And, well, we have none. They have a pretty big points lead, and if our team rams, I mean, now we're going to be down even more ships. Balti catches the Loyang, so now there's basically nothing on the left flank except the CV. Everything else went the other way. And now it's time to go have some fun with the enemy BA tier pits, who is very healthy. We have full AP bomb squads, so we know we're just going to show him the power of German technology. AP bombs, nothing you can do about it. Looking back, probably could have used fully packed though, just to have more funny buttons to make us not lose any planes. The tier pits, it's not looking good. There is a lot of ships here and a lot of AA, but the good thing is we have the funny button to reduce the AA damage, and we get 5 citadels on the BA tier pits. He's definitely not happy about that. Not sure what their DD's doing. He was kind of just sitting there. I guess he's trying to provide AA support, but having these weak Parseval planes, I mean, we're still going to be able to get off 2 drops of our whole squad, and BA tier pits takes another 4. So we citadeled him 9 times with our 1 squadron, and just like that, we're launching another one, a full squadron of AP bombs. So BA tier pits, I don't remember if he quit or not, but I would totally understand if he did. Enemy Miyoko starting to charge out our Balti is not looking very good. All of our battleships that went around the left side, I mean, I don't know why they're trying to chase the CV. I mean, I understand trying to get rid of them, but they're all going that way. And none of them are trying to turn into A and help our Baltimore, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm trying to do my best to help our Balti with this Miyoko. We do have to go as low as we can to Citadel cruisers with the Parseval, otherwise we just get a bunch of overpens. I'm pretty sure BA tier pits did quit because he's... Nope, he is actually moving, so he didn't quit. So, poggers to you for not quitting. Good sport, I guess you could say, as we get another 3 citadels. So we citadeled the BA tier pits 12 times. And the thing about citadel damage, you can only heal 10%. So, I mean, he's not really healing any of that damage. And, well, that just basically sucks. Enemy Miyoko trying his best to cap B, although flying in with torp planes, he has to keep sailing in order to dodge. We drop our first set of torps pretty early, just so that we can turn around and start cross-dropping him. There's not a whole lot that he can do in order to dodge. I mean, our Balti is there, although since CV planes don't spot anymore, I mean, I think Balti would need to radar, if anything. We get spotted very briefly because Miyoko's charging in, but you don't really need to worry. Miyoko just shooting Ichi. I mean, it's not like Parseval gets citadeled that often. You'll probably have to be a battleship at like max range for something like that to happen. Miyoko is trying to charge in though, and well, it's not looking good for him. We're trying to create a cross drop and crossfire with our Balti. He has to dodge our torpedoes. I'm hoping our Balti can figure out how to load AP and then just dev strike the Miyoko from the remainder of his HP. Our Balti, I do hope he's able to finish off the Miyoko so he can sit behind an island and kind of survive while our team chases the CV and maybe just inadvertently spots the enemy team as they chase that Kutuzov as well. Not looking very good. I mean, they still have a big points lead. I think we're going to have to kill everything. And with that Kutuzov kind of off on the border, we're going to need to kill everything very quickly. There's less than 5 minutes on the match. And I mean, they still also have a destroyer, which is definitely not going to help. It's also a split that's full HP. So we're going to need to deal with the enemy split as quickly as we can. Probably the tier pits as well, although we did need to kind of wait for more AP bombers to be manufactured at sea. And then we can go after the BA tier pits and kind of finish him off. So now that we know we have a full squadron of AP bombs, our goal now is to go after the BA tier pits. I think our Baltimore will be fine. He's kind of using that island at A to pivot and I guess keep himself protected. Enemy BA tier pits doesn't go after our Baltimore, so that's good. Our Balti can just sit there, keep the split in sonar, and we're just going to do our best to get rid of the tier pits now. Don't really have to worry about his main guns on us though. Tier pits, not the greatest. We botched that drop a little bit, so we don't finish him off. And we're just going to turn around and fly at him with our remaining 6 planes. BA tier pits, definitely having a whole lot of fun. We can just sail in a straight line with our Parseval, and we're not going to get death struck, just because it is a Parseval. Next drop, get another couple of citadels. So how many citadels on the BA tier pits is that? I think that's 15 total. And well, so basically we botched our last 2 drops on that tier pits, which is kind of unfortunate. Now it's time to go after the enemy split and try to help our Baltimore. I kind of hoped that our Balti would try to reposition somewhere to kind of shoot at the split and do some damage. But at this point, it's basically going to be up to us to kind of finish off. I mean, it would also be good if they at least traded or something, because we do need to hurry up and go after the enemy Kutuzov. There's 3 minutes left, less than 3 minutes. And, I mean, us flying this way is definitely wasting some time. Kutuzov is also trying to run away, so he understands the points lead and how they're going to win with 3 caps. And the last thing we want is for the enemy team to win with a solo warrior. Enemy split reverses a little too far. Baltimore is able to start shooting at him. We land 1 torpedo and we launch a torpedo squad just in case that split survives. Unfortunately, split does survive, so we need to go back and deal with him once again. I really wish the Baltimore kind of turned his ship around when the tier pits had abandoned charging into A. Like, once he saw that, he probably could have started going into well, going in and trying to get rid of the split just so we didn't have to. I dropped my torps to kind of push out the enemy split, and luckily one of our friendly destroyers is actually going back to deal with the split, so I'm kind of hoping he's able to get something done. With Kutuzov running away, we do need to fly as quickly as we can, and because our battleship is chasing him, he is probably going to be angling to the battleship, so we need to use our torp planes to do our best and well, basically hit him with everything. It is a Vlad chasing him, and Russian battleships, not the most accurate in terms of hitting anything. I mean, I guess unless he has an accuracy build, but chances are he doesn't. Kutuzov trying his best to kite and dodge the Vlad. I guess he does land a decent salvo, but nothing good enough. We have 4 torp planes, so unfortunately this is basically going to be it. There's less than a minute. We're going to have to land basically enough torpedoes to kill him off, unless our Vlad can finish him off. We're down on points pretty badly because we had 0 caps for basically in the entirety of the match. And as we're closing in on the timer here, Vlad unfortunately whiffs his next salvo, so it's now basically up to us to finish him off. Definitely had to do quite a bit in this match in a CV. Unfortunately, I feel like our team probably could have done a lot better. Kutuzov, being a Russian cruiser, doesn't have the best turning circle, and luckily for us, torps are looking pretty good, and we do land just enough torps to finish him off and secure our win. It was looking pretty bad. Dude would have had a solo warrior had he survived, but luckily Vlad kept the pressure on and we were able to create a crossfire. Yeah, CV doing 3400 XP. I mean, I don't know. In all honesty, I feel like it probably felt more like a 4K with how much we had to do in order to win, because again, a lot of our team did some questionable things. All of our battleships went around A instead of pushing in towards the middle of the map where most of the enemy team was. And, well, it basically came down to the final seconds in order to win. But, yeah, a ridiculous amount of citadels when we only needed 10. Matchmaking just favored us. And, yeah, fun police. German ships that want to push in, and then there's AP bombs that basically make you not push in ever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to defend this as it's a good addition to the game, as it definitely not. And yeah, here's our one carrier match for the year. Parseval in 2025. We'll probably see Parseval in 2026 next year. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more and share with your friends, or leave a comment down below for other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, guys, till next time, aloha.